Guys, Leonard, back with Team Primetime for another video. Today I have Nolan joining us for our video, and he'll be joining us in the gameplay. But for today's gameplay, we'll be playing mono, or I guess not mono blue, but blue white spirits. This is what I took to my RCQ this weekend. I took second place. It was 46 people. Losing the finals to one of my better matchups, mono green. Turn 2 Pelucranos is a scary thing in this format. Either way, there's not like a ton that's super surprising about this list. We are playing the Brazen Bar as the one of flex spot instead of the Catilda, or the third slip out the back. In the board, we do have the third copy of slip out the back for like the target removal matchups. We also have 4 writing announcements because this card is so good against the mid range decks. 3 Skyclave Aberrations, 1 Catilda, 2 Destroy Evils, and 4 Portable Holes. Just stuff for the aggro matchup, being in the portable hole. You have Skyclaves to answer stuff like Rakdos, and the aggro matchup as well as a couple Destroy Evils for temporary lockdowns. Other than that, like I said, pretty standard mana base. 2 Mutavolts is our creature lands for this deck. And other than that, let's go ahead and get into some of the gameplay. Alrighty guys, welcome back here for round number 1. Looks like we won the dice roll, so we're already winning in this format. This hand's actually not that bad. This hand leads turn 1 Spectral, hold up counterspell turn 2. It's not bad. What do you think, Nolan?
I mean, it does have an Odawara, a really good land that.
Yeah, okay, we're keeping this in. I may or may not have played 4 basic islands and 0 Odawaras by mistake in my last event. Alright, go ahead, opponent. Let's see what our opponent's on. Botanical Sanctum, looks like probably Lotus Field. Alright, boys, playing against the Lotus Field. Let's just draw any other thread, and this game should be a breeze.
Is that a Blocks Diamond I see?
That is a Blocks Diamond. Might spend this next turn just playing out the Shacklegeist, because if they go like Lotus Field, I'm not worried about them trying to twiddle off in the middle of that. They might like Sylvan Scrying this next turn. Oh, we drew a mana. Okay, well, we drew a Rattle Chains, boys. I guess we are holding up Counterspell. Sometimes it's just better to get way better to be lucky than good. Oh, they blocked. They saw the line.
They saw the line.
And they saw the line. Oh no, we only have like four or 5 more RCQs to try and qualify this season. So, I think I'm gonna keep taking spirits. Like I said, did well this last one. I think the deck's really well positioned. What are you thinking about taking, Nolan?
I'm either thinking about bringing back Rakdos Sack. I've been playing that, me and Will have been playing that together, talking about it. That, or I might fall back to one of my creativity decks.
Okay.
AKA Gearhulk Creativity or Worm Creativity.
Okay.
I know Rakdos Sacrifice put up big numbers at the RC. Those.
Just flashing this Rattle Chains.
RC Chili. I think it's the last RC of the season. So now we're about to get in the Pro Tour season, but I think we had 3 Rakdos Sack players in the top 8, and 1 Gearhulk Creativity. So I mean, obviously Rakdos Sack is doing well. I haven't done bad with it, but I've lost like multiple winning ins to the finals to win my invite at this point. So we have some testing to do. We have a whole week.
Yeah, we got the whole week for this next one. Opponent hasn't showed me a Lotus Field. They just play a Thestian Sage return, but I also don't have. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna counter this. I'm gonna use my Gaslight Snare here to hold up the Lofty. Just is better later game, unless I find the Curious Obsession. This feels bad, but like I'm also probably not casting the Curious if I find it. It's kind of awkward. They have They have like double Grazer here, which is kind of awkward. It's like they have infinite time.
Like, they're not showing they're winning anytime soon.
All right, we're gonna shock that in. Represent like a spell queller. They only have 2 cards in hand, and I can cut them off of their next spell. So I know that their top decks are not very good, and if they do nothing, then I'm just gonna go Shacklegeist. I might actually slip out the back my Rattle Chains on instep and flash in flash in Shacklegeist, slip out the back my Rattle Chains, so that my Rattle Chains becomes a 3-power creature that eats a Grazer. Also,
I do think it was correct to Gaslight Snare that, because if they go Sylvan Scrying without a land drop, you can lawfully the Sylvan Scrying, but you can't Gaslight Snare Sylvan Scrying.
That's fair. Yeah. Balagat Recovery. Do I let them recovery this turn and then just counter the Poro? Yeah, I think I just let them recovery because I get a better. Yeah. just get a bigger advantage next
'Cause
when they.
again, you don't want to counter that, and then they just go Sylvan Scrying into Lotus Field.
Oh wow.
Oh well.
All right. Well, I'm gonna save us a little bit of time here. I'm just gonna flash this as Shacklegeist. Very, very painful. I know, like, one of their cards is poor, and like I said, on my end step, I'm gonna slip out the back of this Rattle Chains so that I can push some damage through. All right, they don't want to get in with the Boral Grazer. It's kind of weird of them. All right, slip out back this. Go to our turn. Counterspell. Nope. It's also really good though. Alright, well, I think I'm just getting with the Rattle Chains here because I can tap down a creature on their end step, which gives them one less Grazer to block.
It makes sense.
I could have also, like, attacked with the Spectral here, though. Like, I could have attacked with, like, they're going to block, so it doesn't really matter. So, in case I don't get to flash in, because they're 99% probably just going to just cast this pour over the pages. Alright, we have finally connected damage. Yeah, it's like if they don't do anything, I'm just going to flash in the Supreme Phantom, and now I have 2 lethal attackers. Or not lethal, but like kill the Grazers. I do need to be careful that, like, I need to draw into some more interaction though, because if I run out of interaction, I might lose this game. One more land and I can start activating the Spectral Sailor.
So the heads up in the top 32 of the last RC, there is 1, 2, 3. Let's see. I did the math and totally forgot.
I saw like there was a lot of mono green. Somebody had sent in a result to the chat.
9. Yeah, Moss put the results, but he only showed top 8. There are 9 Rakdos Sack players in the top 32.
Wow, so almost a third of the
most. Yeah, it is the most top 8. 1 mid range, 1 Greasefang, 1 mono green, a few Demirs, 1 Lotus Field, 1 Arclight, 1 Convoke.
Interesting, but like it was. I mean,
that's a lot of That's a lot of sacrifice, though.
Just gonna counter this. I mean, yeah, that is a lot of sack. Is that counting? Is that counting top 8? Right?
Yeah, that's 3 in top 8,
there's
3 in top 16, and 3
and there's
in
only.
top 30.
I thought there was more than one. Is there only that? I thought there was more. What should I call it? I could have swore there was more copies of mono green in the top 16.
On top 32, there is 1 mono green player sitting at.
Oh,
he
that's
was
awkward.
17th through 32.
This is kind of awkward now because they have 2 cards in hand, but I'm now on a counter magic. So do I just main phase my Supreme Phantom and get in for as much damage as possible here?
So you don't have a counter spell anymore?
No.
I would say so. But you get attack, and if he throws blockers in front, then
Yeah,
you can
that's fair.
get trades. So now you just gotta kill one of them.
It's not bad. Not bad.
But now this was a very small RC though, only sitting at 115 players.
For an RC?
Yep. Well, this is Chile, so I don't think they have a huge Magic community.
Get recovery back. Oh, we need to draw a counterspell. We need to draw a counterspell. That's not a counterspell.
You don't really need to though. You can just. Him drawing cards is not great, but like he's not cheating Lotus Fields.
Okay,
He's already used 3 ballot kit.
Go activate this Mutavault. So these aren't lethal attackers. I'm gonna leave back the Supreme Phantom because it's only 1 point of damage. And I'm gonna get in with everything else, and I can flash into the Shacklegeist and tap down a Grazer. Because I am putting a lot of pressure on him now. So I can go block, take 5, and then they would like have to combo off next turn, which isn't impossible for them at all. And now they're at 8, so they're just dead next turn now. They have to go off this turn. Interesting game. I wish my Seachrome Coast would have just not been a Seachrome Coast. Alright, looks like opponent's gonna tap out. It's a little too much mana, opponent.
Yeah,
Thespians.
And double checking the RC, it was a 7-round event.
That's it.
Yeah, it's the
Jeez.
South American RC. Their Magic population is very small. Luis
Interesting.
Savalta, which is a pro player, won with Rakdos Sack. That
Okay.
was the player that won.
Okay, one Recto sack. Wow, that's crazy to me. The last RC I played was 1,174 people.
Here's the data if you want to actually know.
Oh,
So
they
we have
conceded.
Let's go. So there's 5 color elementals, by the way. The number 1 deck is Rakdos Sack at 18 and Rakdos Midrange at 18.
Okay.
Rakdos Midrange had a really bad conversion, though.
I bet it did with all the Recto sack. It was only a 1 day event, right? I don't think I have any cards here. I think I literally just run back my main board, right? I don't see any
What about
cards here.
Destroy Evils?
What
Destroy Evils can get the Omniscience, which is kind of relevant.
But that would like letting us resolve the omniscience. Is it
Yeah,
better
but
than
then they get like 1.
Is it better than us having like only thing I could see us like swapping it for maybe the Brazen Borrower, right? Or like the Slip Out the Back. Like I have 2 copies of Slip Out the Back, which don't really do too terribly much, and I have 1 Brazen Borrower. Maybe I want the Borrower for like a Zakama. Not Zakama.
Borrow
The
and Destroy
giant
Evil
dinosaur.
do the exact. Yeah.
But this is a threat, so like maybe I take 1 Slip Out the Back out or bring in a Destroy Evil.
Because it's, I would say Bolt Destroy and cut. What does Slip bring in? What are you
Uh,
doing?
it makes all of my like 2-drops like be able to kill grazers. Like we saw that last game. I started being able to push damage because I slip out the back and started getting through the grazers.
I think cut a Slip for a Destroy Evil.
Okay, that sounds about right.
We'll try that.
Oh, this
Mono Green had 2 copies, by the way, and then the Receiving Fence Spirit, since we're playing Spirits.
oh this is
Receiving
beautiful.
Spirit had 6 copies.
Do they have lots of day 2? Oh no, it's fine. I have
There's
my.
no day 2. It's just
Oh yeah, it's just a 1-run event. Yeah, okay. Arboreal Grazer. All right, well, I think as the kids say, we got there. Doesn't really matter. They did their thing. I have 2 counter spells and a Mausoleum Wander. I think we're Mick chillin'. Think we are Mick chillin'. And if not, because it's Pioneer and we're on the play for game 2, we already auto won game 2 or game 3. It's gonna feel really bad if we lose this one in the next one. Did I counter the Sylvan Scrying? Oh, I yielded. I turned on auto yield. I did the bad. I did the very bad. That might. I hope I didn't just throw this game. I accidentally auto yielded for some reason. Oh, that was a really bad. I did the very bad. I could have I would have sacrificed this to count. No, they played the Thespian stage to play around it. Okay, I'm fine. I guess I'll play the Mutable here. They'll probably just take this turn to play out their thing, and I'll flash in a Rattle Chains. And then I have 2 counter spells and a Mausoleum Wander here. Okay, they're gonna probably flip their mana. The question is if they go for a pour over the strings, or if they go for. I think if they go for a hidden strings, I'm gonna let it resolve and counter their payoff spell. Oh, they're just gonna counter Lotus yeah. I mean that's their whole turn, so just flash in the Rattle Chains and say go. Okay, as you can tell, I don't play against this deck very often.
I mean, you just counter like literally anything though now they play.
I don't know how this deck beats control.
Control runs out of counter spells.
So do we.
Their deck,
Oh, look at this. If this was a slip out the back, this Rattle Chains, mad damage. I guess I just gotta let them. I just need to let them resolve their thing. I just gotta let them resolve their spell now. That's just how this game works.
Yep.
All right. Wait, what? Opponent just like what? Hold up. I'm confused. Opponent blocked the Mausoleum Wanderer instead of the Rattle Chains.
Reasoning is if you have
Spectral Sailor, or Double Spirit, they take 1 more point of damage, and their Grazer dies, but that requires me to tap out. That seems bad. Maybe they were baiting me. Maybe they were trying to, like, big brain me.
Maybe.
Alright, well. Alright, here we go. We're about to find out, like, soft counter spells are not very good against lots of mana. If they have Mystical Dispute, this game's over. Do they play Mystical Dispute? I imagine they have to play Mystical Dispute, right?
I don't think so. I think because they're a Fey Wish. I don't know.
No, they don't. That's really weird. Play Behold the Multiverse. What's that card do? Oh, that's the draw card spell. They're floating 2 manas. Dragon Lord. This spell can't be countered. Oh no.
You gotta destroy evil though.
Oh, hold up. I have a Destroy Evil. Bro.
You can't cast it during your opponent's turn,
Bro.
but you can...
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you wish it was a slip out the back now?
Jeez, I should just Otawara it and time walk my opponent. Hold up. Hold up, actually? Should I just Otawara it and time walk my opponent?
You can't.
Yeah, on my turn, I Otawara, or... No, maybe it's just bad. Maybe I should just use my stuff and Destroy Evil it. I shouldn't get that greedy. Man,
Yeah, I think I'd
opponents,
rather destroy evil.
opponents about to tilt so hard. Opponent's about to tilt so hard. Let's go, boys. We got there. We got there. Oh, man. 3 cards in hand, and we have 2 counter spells. Let's go, boys. We got there.
Leonard over here, man.
I wish it was a slip out the back. Man, if I was the opponent, I would do... Oh, my God. I forgot about that. Man.
Yo, did you know Supreme Verdict got a new card in new art from the Lord of the Rings set, by the way?
Wait, what?
Yeah, art pretty fire.
You should send that to me in a message. No, this matchup really, I'm not really having to do much here. We're literally just chatting. So, for those watching, you get to see that like this deck is just doing its thing. Well, if they pour over the pages, I guess I could counter it. Dig through time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, if I counter this dig, right? So I can go make them pay 4. They pay 4. Have 1 mana left. And I can force spike it with a Mausoleum Wanderer. So I just let it resolve. Because they can pay the mana. I Lofty plus Mausoleum. So I can't actually. Yeah, I can't.
You're saying you can counter it.
No. If I could counter it, I'd snap counter it. So they do get to cheat on mana a little bit here and resolve this dig. It's a little awkward. So playing this Otawara next turn will make life a little bit easier because I get this Mausoleum Wanderer buff, and then I get to hold up double counterspell plus some more threats. Grazer is making me a little salty. Is this what people in Modern feel when they have Ragavans and I'm playing Titan? It's like I'm trying to close this game, but you have an 0-3. This card's busted. If my opponent...
You're an avid fan of Blox Diamond, I will say that.
I love Blox Diamond. It's my favorite card. Alright, if my opponent does nothing, do I tap out and play this Mausoleum Wanderer? Or go down to 1? What is it? Do they have anything at instant speed I care about? Huh.
Instant speed?
I don't think so, right? They just play at sorcery speed.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. No. Poop. Because it's the same thing as if I flash this in for this. Okay. Alright, move to my turn. How do I have less life than my opponent?
You have 3.
Oh, okay, we got there. We got there, boys. We got there. We got the slip out the back. We're winning this game. Do I play the Otawara? I don't think I do.
I think at this point, I think you do, because you want to go double counterspell plus a slip out.
Okay. Fair enough. I know it took a lot of convincing, but I guess so. Poop.
If we lose because of it, you can roast me if you want.
I'll do it either way. Alright, so we're getting in lots of damages here. This is the point where we just slam double Lord and this game ends. Did not happen. Alright. Man, I would love a Curious Obsession. I'm not gonna lie. I would love a Curious Obsession. Put it on this Rattle Chains. Oh, they're doing something big on my end step. Ooh, Spirit serious. What, are they baiting me? Opponent just baited me on my end step. Wait, hold up. I have extra counter spells on board. Ooh, voice crack. Dude, this Mausoleum Wanderer. This card's like, isn't this card like $8 or something stupid? It's like 4 or 5 at least. This card went from a bulk rare. Yeah.
It's still bulk.
It's not bulk, I promise it's not bulk. Did I let this resolve?
I guess our definitions of bulk are also different, but I think it's bulk.
It's like 5 or up. Dude, this deck plays Brawl now? That's lit. Oh, wait, hold up. Spells can't be countered. Oh, Leer is like an actual card that's like, might... Leers are scary. Oh, they're going up to 9 mana? Jeez.
One thing you can do that I did against like Else and Legacy is you can, if they go big spell, you can just slip out the back Leer to counter.
I'm slipping out the back in this Rattle Chains on Instep.
I was saying, if you're afraid of Leer, that's
fair. I just counter the Leer. I can attempt to. Ooh, we got the Supreme Phantom. Ooh.
Can't counter the Leer is the problem.
Yeah, you can.
It can't be countered.
No, spells can't be countered. It can be countered. Boo, boo, boo. The question is, do I go out of double counterspell range here?
No.
Because what they block here. Okay, so the block here, this would be 6 damage, put them to 9. Nah. On their end step, I can flash it in. This would be 2, 4, 5, 6. Not quite a 2-turn, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have my 2-turn clock. End step paying 6 mana. What are they paying 6 for? Behold the Multiverse. I guess we're gonna counter that. Counter unless you pay 3 opponent.
Also, Mausoleum, $3 is bulk.
Well, okay, not all of us are snobby rich people. I'm sorry. Some of us have to snoop solo of playing spirits. Barely afford it on Moto, where it's only like 80 ticks.
Sir, you foiled out your amulet deck with expeditions.
Oh, we did not get there. We did not get there. Alright, we're gonna counter that. Alright, it didn't work. We're gonna try it again.
Does Lofty Nile say flying creatures or actual spirits?
Flying creatures. This game is about to go real south. If our opponent gets greedy here and goes for a pour over the pages, turn off auto yields. Oh, they didn't do it. I actually tried to. Okay, well, this is where things get real bad. Alright, we're gonna play the Supreme Phantom.
You can Lord plus Animate plus Holdups.
Oh, I put the wrong thing. Alright. Alright. This is where we try to... Oh, no. What is that? Our opponent has a Boseiju. Our opponent has Boseiju. No! Oh, no. Okay, well. We might lose this game after bragging about how easy this matchup was. Might lose this game. Because I don't think this Lofty's countering... I'm not going to yield. I almost yielded. I don't think this Lofty's countering very many spells out of their deck when they have 9 mana.
They're just going to tap out for Omniscience here, and you're just going to go Lofty now.
I would really hope they do that, but I don't think that's going to happen. Did they just have nothing? They definitely don't just have nothing. Land. Land off the top. Land off the top.
Oh, Queller. Spell Queller.
I'm holding on to it. Gonna season Pyromancer out of it. Alright, we'll swing for 1. Assert our dominance, and they're gonna flash in a Hullbreaker Horror. Might actually bring in that other copy of Destroy Evil after boarding if we don't win this one. Excuse me. I would actually really like a Spectral Sailor off the top.
Yeah, Spectral Sailor actually would be really good.
0 or 1 bottom. Alright. They didn't like their draw.
Man, looking at this deck, there's so many new arts, by the way.
Oh my jeez. Alright, well, like I said, this is where it happens. This is where the deck floods. A Curious Obsession actually I think would be our best draw. Because that would draw us into more draws. If we drew a Curious Obsession, we could actually draw 2 lands a turn instead of 1.
What I was saying was, there's so many arts now. Did you know like Temple of Mystery has an art from the Warhammer set?
Yes, I think I actually own it. I think it was in the Tyrannid Commander deck, and I got one of those.
Did not know that. I was just looking and I saw the arts. I was like, huh.
Bro, what is our opponent doing? Are they trying to, like, Mega Brain me? And they don't really have to do much. They have 11 turns. Oh, we got there. We got
Finally,
there. We got there.
My prayers for him was like 3 draws later.
Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no. Oh no, we lost this game. Alright, opponent's doing something on step. Odawara back our Supreme Phantom. Well, I guess it didn't matter. See, never punished. Never punished. Our opponent's going to go for a spell. We're going to flash in the spell color and Lofty an outlet. Oh, that's a lot of... No. 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 Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
We can't spell color this one, boys. We can't spell color this one, boys. We can't spell color this one, boys.
Odo Orange Prefer.
Yup. We're about to do something real spicy though. We're about to give him the spiciest of pastas. Flash in the spell queller so we can use the Lofty. Because if this card resolves, the game is actually over. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Bro, spell color actually being useful. This card's like super good, but like, oh, and we drew the land. Let's go. And we drew the land. That's exactly what we needed.
Imagine your opponent being at 10.
They had an Odawara. They wouldn't have been at 10. Bro, the flashing in the spell queller drew the flash spirits so that we could counter the Zakama. Opponent's been setting that turn up for the last like 5 turns. Oh my. Okay.
How big does your brain feel now? Still pretty big.
They have 4 Lotus Fields. Let's go. Never punished. Do I main phase this? Nah.
How many cards can you draw?
1, 2. I can draw 2 whole cards. Alright, you got it.
8 mana to draw 2 cards. That's my favorite.
Dude, I'm literally get the Ancestral Recall every turn. I have 9 mana. I have like almost half the lands in my deck. My opponent's about to like not again. Jesus Christ. I don't have a counterspell for this one.
Well, you can draw a card.
No, I can't. Not a counterspell for this one. They cost 9 manas and they have 12, 13 manas. Alright, we're gonna flash in Spectral Sailor. Draw card. Spell Queller. Wait a minute. Wait.
Taps all the lands. This game's over.
We can win. We got there, boys. Chibata zone. Chibata
zone. And we have a bolt.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Okay, we're conceding.
That's afraid of heights and planes.
Sounds like you should just not be afraid of heights and planes.
I hate you.
I love you. I can't live without you. But I can't take this anymore. I kept a very mediocre hand. It is time to, as Father Doomwake say, Prage, they don't have it. Alright, we're conceding. Oh no. We were supposed to Prage. They had it. Praging is not gonna work.
Where's your bolt at?
Right here. It's pretty good actually. So now I can go play Shacklegeist. Now I can start chipping in for damage. It's not bad.
And this Curious Session makes your Shacklegeist or whatever you put on bigger?
Yeah, but I don't want to attack the next turn because I want to hold up Spell Queller, I think. I'm gonna instep, I'm gonna tap down. So yield until next instep. So I'll yield until the instep here. The impulse, it's fine.
Counter it.
I can't counter it.
Force Will.
So like the best draw is like Gaslight Snare. Instep, I'll tap down Grazer, get in for 3. Like, I mean, I have the answer for the Supreme Verdict here. Maybe I just like try to Obsession aggro this. I don't know. Okay, cool. Okay, well, I mean, I kind of just want to put an Obsession and start drawing cards and make this a 2/2 so I can sacrifice it to counter more spells. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I think we need it in the red.
You're getting out of where Spellquella is relevant. You
Now
want him to
the
act.
next question is, do I want to hold up this waste and flash in a rattle chains on his end step, use Shackle Ice and tap down so I can start drawing just 2 cards a turn?
I mean, yeah. But you need to hold up the Spellquella for the verdict.
Yeah, he can't verdict right now.
Because
So
the what he's probably doing next turn is floating 2 mana, playing Lotus Field, copying Lotus Field, so he can verdict next turn.
drew another Curious Obsession.
Don't forget to play land.
No, I won't. Because like next turn I want, or this during his turn I want to flash in this rattle chains, tap this down, and I can get him for 6, 7 damage. I can get him for 7. Hold up Spellqueller, draw 2 cards.
Seems pretty good.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
All right, opponent has done the dirty. Opponent done the dirty. If our opponent flashes as a comma, this game's so freaking over.
You just draw counter spells off this Curious Obsessions.
I'm just gonna draw the counter spells. Oh! They're about to do the dirty thing. Damn it! They did.
Man, it's like I'm a Lotus player.
Yeah, try and play that
The
deck.
line.
I dare you to try and play that deck.
I did. Remember for the Gauntlet?
Didn't you do horribly?
I went 3-2.
Well, it was a mana 3/2.
I think you went 4-1.
I did go 4/1. I forgot. I think I just played goblins, right?
Yeah.
I
No,
think-
you played Boggles.
Oh yeah, I stopped caring. I just was like, I'm gonna play Boggles and I'm gonna 4/1. It's like, guys, you want free tickets? Just play Boggles.
When are we gonna bring the Gauntlets back?
I don't know. I'd like to bring the Gauntlets back.
So if everyone's curious, we had Team Gauntlets where we just got together and we all played a league, and whoever had the best record would get like tickets, and like kind of like a you're the best player of the week kind of thing, I guess.
And I always won because I'm just the best player.
True, I won with in the modern one, and then I picked. You wouldn't let me pick Legacy as the format because you said no one plays it.
I
Epic
think I'll hold
Pioneer.
back the Shackle Guys, Flash and Queller to counter spell is what I'm trying to do.
As much damage as possible.
I don't know. He's one of these
He's
two.
trying to verdict you next turn, and you want to spell. You're supposed to spell Queller it.
Well. Oh, feels good to be a Spirits player right now until next turn. Then it'll feel really bad to be a Spirits player. Because I have a 1-mana counterspell. We are in the Chibata zone.
Is this a pre-verdict? That I was saying?
Oh, wait, what? I'm confused. Hear me out.
No,
Hear
he's
me out.
digging-
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
No.
Okay.
Why counter?
Hear me out. Just hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay, he's gonna Dragon Lord Dromoka you here.
If he does that, I'm gonna flash in the Spellqueller. 5 mana. Daddy chill. Oh wait, what are you doing, opponent? Hidden Strings? Do I counter this?
He's got the 3 mana up. If you counter, he's going to 9 mana. So
Okay.
He's trying to he might be trying to cast a comma here.
Nope, has 3 blue floating, can't cast a comma. I want to see. We're letting him resolve it for testing
That's
purposes.
correct, but
Verdict. There's a verdict about to go on the stack. Sunfall. Oh fuck.
no, it's fine. You have a Mausoleum one and a Gaslight Sneer.
Counter it. Oh, they're paying mana. They're paying mana. They saw the line. Boop, boop. Let's go, boys. We got there. Chibata zone. Chibata zone.
He just strings and verdict here.
We don't talk about it. We don't tell the opponent the line. We find the line for ourselves. Spectral Sailor. Hashtag Pog. To hold up this Otawara, that's like a real thing. I think I hold this Otawara.
So you combat attack 5. What do you think he blocks the 2/2 or the 3/2?
Probably blocks the 3/2. It doesn't want me drawing any more counter magic. Like it buys him another turn for another out. Cause like if he has Zakama here, if he has Zakama untap trigger on the stack, I don't know what I'm gonna do if he has like stupid Zakama. I think I'm just screwed. Oh no.
Cry.
No, my question.
Always cry.
All right. Dig through time.
Spellquell it, bro. He paid only 2 mana for it. The 2-drop.
Oh no, my opponent did a thing. I did not consent. Resolves.
What is Verdict? It's
4 mana. It's
double white. I know
Yeah,
it's
it's double white blue generic. Bro, don't verdict me, bro. It's a joke, bro. It's a joke. Don't verdict me. It's part of the joke. Part of the joke, bro. So, 3, 6, 7, 8. I put them to 1. A foretold card entered exile. I know what the foretold card is. I bet money I know what this foretold card is. It's probably Behold the Multiverse. Balagate Recovery.
I think you just Spellquell this, and then...
I agree.
Yeah. How much damage do you have next turn? 5?
I am 1 mana. I am 1 damage short of killing him next turn.
Ugh, that so feels bad.
Yeah, I need to draw a Lord off the top, and I'm good. Land tapped. Okay. Alright. We're going all in. Flashing in the Spectral Sailor. Kept. Lord. Hold up. If we think hard enough, actually.
Pay 4 mana, draw a card, and draw the Lord.
Yeah, let's tap out, draw the Lord. Just tap out and we'll simply draw. Simply just tap out and draw the Lord. It's too easy. I want my opponent to Supreme Verdict till they will be able to Sunfall, and then I'll be able to... Oh, we drew a counterspell. Okay. GG's.
I think you play the Otawara now.
It was too late. We're not going to talk about it.
Let's talk about that.
Nope.
So, what's the reason for not playing that Otawara?
If they play as a comma, hear me out. Hear me out. Oh my gosh. Opponent. Bro, it literally... Oh, wait, hold up.
Lofty.
It was just a joke, bro.
Man, you know, it'd been great if you could have had this.
Let's go!
Nice
GG! Again, you know what that means, boys. We know what that means. We're keeping this hand. Boop.
Yeah, why are we keeping this hand? It curves to 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop. This seems terrible.
I know, it's so bad. And our 3-drop cuts them off at their 3-drop. This hand sucks. Actually, we should have mulliganed.
Yeah, mulligan. Snapball.
If our opponent plays a Rakdos land, I'm gonna freak. That's fine. We're gonna draw Curious Obsession, and then we're gonna attack. We're gonna draw Curious Obsession. Oh no.
Oh,
This is bad.
he's got to go hopeful.
Wait, opponent doesn't have it. Opponent doesn't have it. Opponent doesn't have it.
Hold up.
Hold the line, boys. Hold the line, boys. Oh, wait. Hold up.
Good draw.
Hold the line. Hold it. I probably shouldn't yield. Hold it. We're countering Athalia. Hold it. Actually, shuffle. Wait, yeah, we counter Thalia, and then we get to Spellqueller Adeline. Bro, this deck's so busted on the play. Oh, we said yield on yield. The game's dying. Alright. Beginning of combat. We'll attack. Getting in the Chibata zone.
You mean in combat we're attack?
We're getting into combat. Alright, we're getting in for 1, boys. We got there. We have efficiently beat the humans matchup. We figured out how to work it, boys.
Deal 1 to him, we win.
We just need to board in the Rending Volleys. Thalia? Nope. Be really cool if that just didn't resolve. Oh, wait, it didn't. Get wrecked, boys. Get wrecked, boy. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, indeed. Indeed.
There really is a lot of mono white in Moto right now.
Alright, we're getting in, and then we're going to splash in the Spellqueller, get their Adeline, and we'll be make chillin'. And then we'll be able to hold up Rattle Chains to counter their ossification and play the Shacklegeist. It's just going to be way too easy of a game. Oh. Opponent play Adeline? Recruitment Officer. Kind of awkward. I'll let it resolve. Thalia's Lieutenant. Yeah, I'm good to eat that. I think not, opponent. Let's fly through combat here. Because now if they cast a stupid Adeline, I can just go Rattle Chain, Shacklegeist, tap down Recruitment Officer, beginning of combat. And then I can just start tapping down their stupid Adeline. I really want my opponent to cast an Ossification right here. Trying to think they're going to snag a 2-for-1. Extraction Specialist. Well, that is really bad for us. Well, our opponent tapped out for it, so we're gonna flash in those Rattle Chains. Give this hexproof. Cap. And we're gonna go blue and 1. We're gonna flash in the Shackle guys. Cap. This thing is a 3/2 with lifelink. That is very bad for me. I am still not done here. I'll tab this down. Boop. I don't like Shackle guys math. It's too complicated. Oh, we drew Gaslight Snare. Oh, this is a 4/2 now? I don't think I can let this attack. I'm taking 5 now. I really don't want to just like spend my entire turn like tapping down their creatures. Oh, this can't attack or block. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I'm just gonna play this tapped. No. I'm just gonna hold up tapping this thing down. As Ward 1. Yeah, that's fine. Can I go counterspell, pay 1, tap this down?
Why not just hit for 7? You're hitting them to 1 next turn.
Because I don't have lethal. So like I can hit, there's still a 3-turn clock, right? Either way, unless I draw a Lord exactly. So like now I can just hit here, tap this down, because if this attacks me, they gain life. So I just get in here for 4 right now.
I guess that also means you get attacked with
The Mutavault, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Also,
then
what's the reason for not attacking the Shackle guys and not holding one of the other guys back?
I mean, these are both 2-power creatures. I mean, I really don't have a reasoning for either one attacking. They can't really block with either one. Like I have a counter spell, so I don't really have a good reason. This one I guess can't block, so I probably should have done there. But like this is my best card in the matchup. I don't think I'm gonna block. I should have left this one up, but I'm never blocking. I'm never like chumping with the Shackle guys, but I shouldn't have.
I was like, yeah, like you're never blocking, but there's like that very small percentage you want to
All right,
block.
so we're gonna tap this thing down. Boop boop.
Pay the 1 nerd.
Yep.
Dang, you have the colorless, bro.
I don't know. Like if they go to combat, I don't think I'm trading my Mutavault here. I think I just want to hold up Gaslight.
You're not trade. The creature can't attack or block.
I'm talking about for the 3/1. I think I just want to Gaslight them. I want to Gaslight my opponent. 9, 10, 11. Oh, if I draw exactly Supreme Phantom, this game's over.
We thought about Slender. Gaslighting is bad. We don't gaslight people.
Oh, that's because you're boring. Alright, so can I animate this and attack? Alright, so if I go 1, I can go 1, 2, hold up 4. So, okay, I can actually hold up Gaslight, draw a card. But if I go animate, we'll say they attack all. It doesn't change anything because they can just trade their Mutavault.
You bring them to a 3 next kill.
It's still a 2-turn clock, right? So if I go like attack for 4, they go to 7, and I have 2, 4, 6, exactly 7 in play.
But if you activate the Mausoleum Wonder, draw the Lord.
You've convinced me.
Wait, wait, hold on.
No. You have convinced me, opponent. Secretly the opponent. Alright, well, looks like opponent might have a response.
People don't know I am Leonard's enemy.
He tries to be. What is my opponent? What? A giant killer, maybe? That doesn't do anything here. We're on the combat. Alright. What does Mono White Humans have main board that he's making me wait for? Or they, them, her. Oh, a Gonjo. They could have an Agonjo. That would be really, really bad for me. Maybe I shouldn't be attacking with this. No. No! Oh, no. Okay.
Rattle. But you gotta counter the Thalia still. Oh, we're actually drawing the card? Okay, smart.
We're panic drawing. No! That did not work. That did not work. Okay, this game became a lot worse. This game is a lot worse now.
I mean, you're still next turn, right?
No, this game is a lot worse now.
Oh, you gotta counter that. Oh,
Wait, hold on. Oh, I could have countered that. Oh no.
oh, now you just tap down the specialist and hold a counter spell.
Oh, I
They
could
don't
have.
gain life.
I guess this still can't attack or block, but like, oh, I could have countered that. I don't know what I was doing. I guess I would
6
still.
damage.
I have 5 damage
They
next turn. Oh,
all-
6. I do have 6, but I also have an obsession, which hopefully can change some stuff.
They all out attack. You get a animate mutable and kill them. No, that's 8.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna counter that one.
They're gaining 4 life.
Nah, this is a 5 something. They have 2 Aganjos. They have another. Oh, they have a Thalia's lieutenant. Oh, this is really bad.
Game's over.
Game's not over yet. I won't let it be over. It's gonna draw a lord.
They have war, bud.
Man, I saw my issue too late. Like I called it as soon as I did it. I knew what my issue, like what the problem was. Oh, there's no way. Okay, I think I take out my Brazen Borrower. I don't think a 2-mana bounce effect's very good. Probably cut my Lofty Denials, right? Because 2-mana counter spells for 1-mana spells. Probably isn't very good. Probably also cut my Slip Out the backs. What are they bringing in? They're also bringing in portable holes and stuff.
Yeah, probably.
I think 2 of these Skyclave Aberrations, I guess. Right? They're my only removal spell though, so maybe I cut some of our Gaslight Snares actually. Like, am I just cutting my counter magic here? Like, just keep in 2 Gaslight Snares and just play a regular Spirit Stag? I think I am. We're on the play.
Oh, this matchup is the matchup I can never beat, but I also didn't put 100% enough time testing against this matchup.
It's fair. I think I'm gonna lead on Hingegate, take as little damage as possible. I do have the Catilda here, which is pretty cool. And I have, like, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 Skyclave. I can like hopefully eat I can hopefully eat their turn 2 Carper Code if I can draw into another land. Because I think I want to lead on this Adhikar Waste, and I'll take the extra damage to like hope to draw into. But I don't draw another white source, so I still have access to this aberration. Because, yeah, I think I want to do this. Feels really bad if they have Portable Hole on one, though. Okay. Well, I could also... Alright. Still fine, because, like, I can actually Aberration on this Portable Hole, maybe, if they don't, like, play a good threat here. Opponent has no turn 2 play. This is weird.
There's a whole thing on Twitter about everyone's talking about ban. Everyone's getting 5-0s with the One Ring, and people are saying ban it.
Feels really bad because I've picked up one already. Do I play out this Catilda? I think I play this land on white, and I just hold up counterspell / 3-drop at instant speed. I'm glad I like didn't play this early.
If they tap out for a bad creature, you're just gonna put a Catilda in play too.
Yeah, and this Catilda will start swinging for lifelink. Maybe this is how I win this game. Maybe that's why you play 2 Catildas in the board instead of just the one. Adelan. Do I just, like, Aberration that? I think I just Aberration that, right?
I think you Aberration that. I'd Aberration that. Would you Aberration that?
But do I flash in the Catilda instead? No, I don't think I need to be greedy here.
Well, actually, I think you could flash in Catilda. Because, like...
Well, if I flash in Catilda, I can't hold up counterspell for another one next turn, because then I have to... Yeah, so I think I just...
Fair.
Don't get greedy, just keep playing on my... Just keep my curve. Attack and keep them empty. That's how I beat Angels yesterday. I did not think this deck could beat Angels. Alright, well, we could win this race. Drew a Supreme Phantom.
I think your deck could beat Angels.
Yeah, I sat across from Angels and everybody in the top 8. They're like, you want to split? I'm like, no. I'm like, I think I'm going to lose, but no. Okay.
You gotta keep the rule.
Alright, this will be... Yeah, we can't split. Yeah, I know. Okay, so I can flash in this... I can flash in this Catilda, go activate on themselves. What is this thing? Snowlands. It's a 2. This actually eats my stuff. That's kind of weird. I can go counterspell. I guess I'm just gonna counterspell this. Oddly enough, it just like eats my board. But this can be like a 5/5 essentially, like this Catilda, because I can just go Mutavault activate themselves. 5, 6, 7. It actually could have been 7, because like I can activate themselves, play Supreme. Oh, okay. Well, oh, this is interesting actually. Cause I drew both my Mutavaults. Do I play this Obsession? I don't think I do.
If you play, I wouldn't put it on the. I would not put it on the
Aberration. I wouldn't put it on the Aberration because that, like, well, okay, so Shackle dies to Porthole, but this like can't get through because it doesn't have flying. It's on the ground.
Yeah, but I feel like not getting blown up by a portable hole like before was slightly. Especially if you have a lord, so you're just putting a 4/4 into play.
Another one.
Yeah.
I have this Catilda. I can start racing. I think I just have them dead, actually. Yeah, I think I just have them dead. Yeah, they're just dead. I'm like 99% sure. I'm not actually going to do the math on that, but I'm pretty sure they're just dead.
You're in main phase.
Oh, I am in main phase. Well, good for me they didn't
Hard
have
to play
anything.
around is a Ganjo, remember that? Oh, well, you're not play around Ganjo anymore.
Well. 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 I like magic.
Never had it.
Oh, you suck, opponent.
Well,
They braved the elements. Let me tell you about brave the elements in my day.
do you gain license as protection? Can't remember how protection works.
I don't know. It doesn't have life.
Think it deals damage. No, your Catilda. It's got protection from white right now. Adeline's got protection. I think protection.
This has flying, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, this has flying.
Far better than that.
Yeah, like I said, I had lethal, but then you mentioned a Ganjo, so I'm like, because like I could have just went double activate Mutavaults on themselves, play my Lord, which would have made this a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would have been 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, well, good luck. Good luck, opponent. I hope you have some kind of board wipe to make this game more interesting. Because then I can go activate my Mutavaults, obsession my Mutavault. Alright, opponent. Don't think you're winning this game. I have lethal on board. Can we go to next game, please? I'll be greedy and block this. I'll bet. Hold up. I could have actually legend ruled their thing. Alright.
You wouldn't have done anything.
I could have killed one of them. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't legend rule. Cause yeah, fair enough. Oh, if they have it still. Hold up. Ganjo's gonna suck if they have a Ganjo, but... Oh, wait, no, I just activate my Mutavaults.
And you still have a Lord.
Okay. Anything else, opponent? Go next game? Yeah, let's go next game. Alright, boys. Tied... Oh, do I bring in these Destroy Evils from the Adelines?
Kind of too loose, I think.
Too loose, you think?
Yeah, I don't like bringing a card that is just specifically for one thing. You have other cards that are slightly done better.
Huh. It also hits ossification. Huh. Alright, I was running back. Alright, we're on the draw now, which you know how this works in this format. It means we lose. We're going to open 3 portable holes in our opening hand. It's going to be all okay. Every little thing is going to be alright. Opponent taking a long time to debate on whether or not they want to keep their one. You lost the die roll waiting for opponent. The opponent's taking a long time to realize if they want to keep their one lander or not. Oh, well, that's not what I meant to do. It's an interesting hand. This is a really interesting hand. I think it's too slow on the draw. I don't know. It's really good. I have Supreme Phantom in this hand. It's like I get to go turn 2, Supreme Phantom, turn... This is way too slow. I'm going to take a mulligan, yeah. Yeah, I can't interact with them at all. This hand seems a lot better. I'm glad I mulliganed. Just put back the 3rd land.
We'll do mulligan 2 to 5 or 6.
This is 6. I think I'm putting back the next... I'm putting back a land. Because I go turn 1 Portable Hole, turn 2 Rattle Chains. Yeah, I think I'll put back this Pathway. Yeah.
You get a play on their turn.
Actually, I should have kept the Pathway and put back the island because if I need double white, but... Alright, let's see if they play a 1-drop. They did not play a 1-drop, okay. Interesting. Let's see if they play a 2-drop. They go tap out for Copper Coat here. I get to tap out for Copper Coat here. I get to Portable Hold or Copper Coat. The awkward matchup is like, oh, Thalia. That's awkward.
You can
That
use
is-
your mana efficiency if you want to get it.
I'm gonna use my mana efficiently here and use this Thalia. Now the awkward part now is if my opponent goes Portable Hole on my Portable Hole.
Also, I started just playing Specialist again. I wonder if it's this person or most people are playing that.
This is awkward.
Yeah, this ain't looking good
I
anymore.
think I'm gonna play this on blue, right? Or on white, in case I draw Aberration.
Seems fun.
And I think I'm just gonna play the Rattle Chains on their turn. Play around any like ossification effects or portable holes. Oh, I just auto yielded. Turn off auto yields. Turn off auto
You can just
yields.
hit F. You can just hit F5.
I think I'm gonna spell color that. Spell color. They can't portable hold this one.
I can't. I was thinking you were about to get punished by Portable Hold, to be honest.
Yeah, no. If I draw a land, I can go double Shackle, or I can go like Shackle Supreme Phantom, and I can pull this game back into my favor. Like Skyclave Aberration or a land are like my two best draws. Portable Hole is not one of my best draws. It's really weird to say against Spirits or against this deck. I think I'm just gonna go Shacklegeist. Question is, do I Portable Hole this token so that they can't get more tokens? I think I do.
Well,
So
they get tokens no matter what.
No. If I go Portable Hole this, tap down the Adeline, they get no tokens
Oh.
next turn and no attacks.
Uh,
I think I do, because then if I draw a land, I can go Rattle Chain Supreme Phantom and start attacking and like neutralizing their attacks. Right?
I think that seems fine.
Also
I'm
lets
not
me-
100% sure on the math, but
It lets me use my mana more efficiently, I think.
this one's also terrible at motos. My attention span is like everywhere right now.
I'm aware.
Staring at my poster on the
Alright,
wall.
I'm going to just go ahead and tap this down on upkeep before they draw. Hope my opponent doesn't have a Brave the Elements in their hand right now. Because if they have a Brave the Elements, they just go attack, hit me for 3. Feels really bad. They do not. Okay, cool. I said, want to just hit a land here. Land's probably my best draw. What does this hit? Artifact or enchantments? Oh, that's not good for me. That's really not good for me. Oh no. This was such a bad matchup. Jeez, that's so bad for me. Alright, Portable Hole. I got punished for my Portable Hole. And drew a Spellqueller. Oh, this game's like over now. Wow. My opponent doesn't have to do anything anymore either. Like, they can literally just, like, activate this Hopeful, remove 2 counters, blow up this Portable Hole, get back their Thalia. Feels really bad. Feels really bad. Alright, just going straight to combat. Okay, well. I think I have to flash in this Rattle Chain, sadly, and tap down this Adeline. Alright, Hexproof. Not drawing the land here was like really, really bad. Just like slowed down my entire hand. I think if we would have had our 4th land here, then being able to double spell would have like put us in a much better spot. Now we just get hit for 3 and they get to blow up this porthole. Hit for 5, my bad. Just on the back foot this whole time. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's a lot of damage. A lot of damage, opponent. Jeez. Yep. Alright.
This looks scary.
Yeah, we just didn't draw our 4th land. Like, I think in the last 2 turns, if we drew our 4th land, we could have had a chance of being able to put a lot of power into play. Oh, this is a weird hand. I don't know if I mulligan this one. It's kind of awkward. I think I'm going to keep it. Because if we draw an aggressive hand, these Mausoleum Wonders are really aggressive. My opponent's on a mulligan to 6, and this is kind of... This cuts them off another card. This is our version of Thoughtseize. So I'm going to keep it. Alright, you said what? Yeah, mulligan to 5. Probably just snag a Fable with this and I'd be happy. If they're like playing any of those style decks. It's mono green. Okay, well, I wish I would have mulligan now. is mono green. We draw a Lofty now. It's pretty good for us. Alright, well, we have 2 counter spells. Let's hope our opponent doesn't just go turn 2 Pelucranos, so we might just concede. I think we might actually just concede to turn 2 Pelucranos.
What? That's crazy.
Oh, it's a Cure. Okay, I thought we were about to see turn 2 Pelucranos. About to concede. We have 2 counter spells. I'm pretty happy with this spot.
Well, I'm going to tap start and pick up these 2 missing cards I have.
What do you need? Well, that's not good for us.
Cards.
Should tell me what it is. I can help you brew.
We're keeping this a secret because you're gonna judge me.
Yes, I'm gonna judge you. It's the best part.
I think it's really good.
Come on, let me judge you just a little bit. Do I take this Kiora? I don't think I do. I don't have nearly enough damage to like think about it.
The
Yeah.
problem is I test it. You could see in my rental history.
Just tell me what the deck is. I want to help you brew.
No.
Oh wow.
I will talk to Jacob.
But not to me. Got it. Message receive. I can't make it to Dave and Buster's next week. Cannot make it to the birthday party.
Birthday?
Cannot make it to the birthday. What'd you say?
I need to tell Jacob to go. I told him I'd invite him.
Alright, let's see. Opponent has Cavalier. They have 1, 2, 3. Oh, my opponent just doesn't have the mana for their... it just doesn't have the mana for Cavalier. That's great. I like that. I like that about you, opponent. I like that about you.
That's what I like about you, not having counters. Jeez.
Alright, we're going to play this on a Mistgate pathway. And we're going to tap it. And we're going to play another Mausoleum Wanderer. I like that about you, opponent. I like that about you. Is it a cast or a draw trigger? Never... That's EV. Okay, cool. Alright. I like that about you, opponent. I would like to draw some more threats now that I have 3 counter spells. I have 3 Time Walks. I would like to now draw my other cards. I summon Supreme Phantom to the top of my deck next turn. I use Pot of Greed to summon that to the top of my deck. That's not what it does. Alright. I could shove, like, if I draw Supreme Phantom, I shove for 6.
Pot
Like this.
Greed, draw 3 cards, put Pot of Greed back in hand.
That's not what it does. Like, literally, if I draw Supreme Phantom, I literally get to shove for 7 and hold up Counterspell.
We've been really banking on drawing this Lord lately, I feel.
I'm gonna counter this. Seems good enough to me. If they go land Pelucranos, this game's over. This game's just over if they go land Pelucranos. Alright, I need... dude, if they print another 2-mana Lord for Spirits, like, this deck would actually just easily dominate all... oh, jeez, okay. Well, that's one way for this to go for our opponent. Wow. Oh, wow. I don't think this is the reason this matchup's this good, but, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. Our opponent has Cavalier in hand. We countered their ramp spell. We countered their land drop. If one of these was a Spectral Sailor, we could start drawing cards on their end step. You know they made an anime art for Spectral Sailor? Kinda enticed to buy it. I am kind of enticed to buy it, yeah. Do I counter this Elvish Mystic actually, though? I kind of want to counter this Elvish Mystic. Is that bad? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe as in I should do it, or is this bad?
Maybe it's bad.
Fine. Makes our Nykthos better, actually. Now their Nykthos nets a mana. So now if they draw Nykthos, they draw 2 mana. Or they draw 2 lands. They draw 3 lands if they draw Nykthos because of Kiora. I should have countered this, because this actually makes their Nykthos do stuff. Interesting. I did not see that line.
Nykthos, yeah.
And they don't have
Nykthos,
Nykthos,
their
but
Nykthos aren't making enough. Their Nykthos ain't getting enough out of.
their Nykthos ain't getting enough. Their Nykthos ain't getting enough. Y'all heard it here. Their Nykthos ain't
getting enough.
Their Nykthos ain't getting enough. Can we draw something other than land and Lofty now in this game? I would really like to draw something other than land Lofty now. Like, I'm not saying these lofty knobs are bad, but I'd also like to close this game. I'm giving my opponent way too much time just poking them for 2 every turn. I think my opponent might just concede the match if they die to these 2/2s. Or these 2/1/1s. What is the deck you keep talking about? Oh, they drew the Nykthos.
Yeah, I
I
know.
told you.
I'm looking at a list.
Oh, they drew Nykthos. I should have countered it. This Nykthos would have been like a dead draw. Unfortunate.
Man, that's crazy.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Anyways. Anyways. Concede, opponent. You won't
got-
concede.
Yo, that's 1 mana yet floating,
Anyways. Anyways. Oh, they're getting in for damage. I could have like countered their. I could have like slowed down their entire clock. If I draw a Lord, by the way, I'm killing this Kiora. Lord. Oh wait, hold on, we're not there yet. All right, Lord. Oh my jeez. Okay. Well, Seachrome Coast. You know, when you keep a hand of 4 lands, you don't think you're gonna draw 3 lands and 3 counter spells. You think you might draw some other like some other stuff. Like I think I have a good number of creatures. I have a good again. I do have double Time Walk in the end, but Time Walk is only so good. If my opponent casts a Sky Slasher, I might cry.
Mainboard Sky Slasher.
Well, man, these mono green players be wildin'. They'll try anything once. Do I counter this with Fillet Haven? So they go 2,
No,
activate Nykthos, make 1, 2, 3, 4. Activate Nykthos for 2, go down to 3. Or no, 1, 2, 3. They'll activate the Nykthos, get 4, go to 6 mana. So I think I do actually counter this because this gives them a ton of mana. I think I actually counter this. Yeah. Because this just gives them an absurdly larger amount of mana. I don't want them to actually be able to play through this Lofty now. Because I can counter this and then counter their next spell. Maybe this is still wrong. Maybe I should just counter their payoff spell here. Oh, they can actually just pay 4. But now they've used their turn, right? So I think this is okay now. Yeah. I got my Time Walk effect out of it. I don't care. So now Nykthos makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. 5, untap, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. 8. They have 9 mana available next turn. I'd like to draw something now. A Lord would be preferred. So maybe I should be twiddling away this Kiora. Because if I would have sent 1 at it, any spell kills it. Or we could just draw another land. Jesus, this is horrible.
Yeah, I think another land's pretty good draw.
Wow. Alright, I'm gonna send one of this.
Double Spell Queller plus a Mausoleum.
This is so bad. Send this one there, this one here. If I draw any spell, I can
You're
kill
drawing the
this.
Mausoleum and you're just gonna be like, draw.
Oh, this is so bad. I hope my opponent casts Storm the Festivals, I guess, so I can not die. If they draw any actual spell, I just have to
Yo, I thought we
concede.
countered this Wolf Willow Haven.
We did, but they paid 4.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know they could pay 4. I miscounted all my math. This has been a very I think we won if we drew any creatures this game. It literally doubled our clock to draw any creature, and if we would have drawn any one draw this game should have been a lot more different, a lot different. Yeah, I guess this is how Mono Green beats this deck, other than Sky Slasher. It's 5 mana. Untap target permanent. Yep, don't think we're winning this one. We drew so many lands in a row. They're at 8 mana. 2, 3. Kiora. This feels bad. Sure, you have a Kiora. It does not feel like we should have lost this game. Yeah. Yup. Old growth troll. Yep, you got that one too. Jeez, I have to
Fine of the two.
What?
That was the better of the cards he could play.
Yeah. Makes it 2-2 now. Like,
How much is
he just gets
Cav
so much
Iris?
aggression out of nowhere now, and I just don't have anything. Just feels really
That's
bad.
fair. Lord.
I mean, that's still, if I draw a Lord, that would be 6, then 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, if I draw a Lord, I have them on a 2-turn clock. But they might also just have me dead next turn to the stupid layer of the Hydra. To make 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, that is
They make 7. What's 7
gonna attempt
minus
Nick those?
7 plus 5 is 13. So this is a 12. This is 16. So they have me dead on layer attacks. Okay. It's not very good.
If you cast Spectral Sailor now, you get triggers attack of 4, bring him to 6, then you can block. Then you have a counter. You might just have to pass the Spectral Sailor or Spellcaller now.
Attack of 4, and then if I
Bring him to
draw a
8,
Lord,
and
if
then
I
the
draw a
Lord
Lord,
doesn't
just
kill him, but if you
okay. Yeah, I mean that's fair. I'll just cast this now.
or
It feels bad if
Lord
my
or two spirits. Yeah.
like
So I think you play the land here too, by the way, because you want to.
if I draw Spectral
If you
Sailor,
draw Spectral Sailor, draw a card into another one-drop Lord, you also win. So that's the reason to play land, I think.
I think I am due for either of those two cards. There are 4 of both of them in my deck. Man, flooded out super bad this game.
They hit you for 8 next turn.
Yeah. Like, if they, like, spend their entire turn doing layer stuff, then, you know, I chump block the layer, and then, like, hope to draw exactly a Lord or Spectral into Lord, or Spectral into any other creature. Oh, wow. Wow. Where did this game go?
Devotion.
Yeah, they can, like I said, they make this a
go-
12-12 as of right now.
I'm trying to think of like the other lines I can do.
Storm the Festivals.
Maybe they're just. I thought they made 13.
No, they make 7, and 7 minus 5 is, or 7 minus the 2 to activate is 5, and 5 plus 7 is 12.
You said 13. That's why. And you said you can. I guess you said 12 layer and then 11 maybe. I mean maybe I'm crazy.
I was
Maybe-
counting for a land drop.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like they're activating this layer.
They are activating this layer. 11. Yeah, it's
Shadow Spear, Shadow Spear.
It's not like we thought we talked about giving the opponent the line. All right. Well,
Holy up. Why did you back Elf? We already activated Kiora, right?
they have 2 mana. Maybe a Wolf Haven second man. Yeah, we did. Which I'm definitely countering it if they have it, because, you know, there's no reason not to at this point.
We just need a good draw here.
Another lands. I'm not mean to reveal hand. I wanted to draw a card. That is a very upsetting game. 4 lands.
You don't actually reveal the hand though.
Jeez, that felt bad. That felt really bad. Should not have lost that
Yeah.
game. Jeez. Alright, so we're on the play again. What do I take out? These stuff out of the backs aren't needed. So I can take out a couple rattle chains. Leaves me 4 access for 4 cards. Do I want these portable holes? Like, I want portable holes, Skyclave, and Destroy Evils, right?
Yeah.
I'll probably trim
yeah.
a Brazen
I was trying
Borrower.
to-
You're
I
fine.
think Brazen Borrow is one of your better cards.
But the issue is I don't want to be stuck on too many threes because I also have Spell Queller
That's
here and
fair.
Gaslight Snares
fair.
and like, do I just trim all 4 Rattle Chains here? That doesn't feel right either because then I can't hold up Counterspell and creatures. So I can't have everything though. I'm gonna go to Skyclave, Destroy Evil, 3 Portable Holes. Interesting. Try
Fine with
this. We'll try this version. This hand is not interactive at all, but it's an aggressive hand. Do I want to try an aggressive hand? I don't think that works against a turn 2 Polukranos or a turn 3 Cav. Awkward. I think I'm gonna take a mulligan. This hand is actually just unkeepable. Going to 5. Going to 5. Oh wow, this is just a worse version of our first hand. Okay, well, getting flashbacks from yesterday. Opponent also went to 5, but it's a lot better for their deck.
This other card I need. Okay, cool. I'm missing like 6 cards from this deck. So we're good.
There's a good chance I have them. You just tell me what you need.
I think
There's probably a possibility.
I don't actually think you have either of these cards.
I probably do. I have a lot of cards. I own a lot of cards.
I have a lot of cards.
I also have a lot of cards.
Neither of us were playing when this set we weren't playing a lot when this set dropped, so
It's from
and it doesn't see a
Camelton.
lot of play.
I probably have it. I bought a lot of bulk from that time.
So rare.
I probably still have it. Probably have it. Probably have it. If you just tell me what the deck is.
You're gonna yell at me, so we're not gonna tell you.
You act like I'm this horrible person. I'm only mostly this horrible person. Alright. Interesting, actually. So do I like shock in this Hollowed Fountain and then tap down their elf on their upkeep?
What's the best? What's the worst 3? Plukeros is the worst 3-drop they can play.
The Plukernos is their best 3-drop, but this turns them off of any 3-drop.
I mean for us. I mean worst for us.
I think I do that. That's weird. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, we go to tap tomorrow. They have every card I'm missing.
For what deck? Huh?
It's a deck.
Oh, it's a deck? Okay.
It's got things in it. It's got
That was
spell
the
lands and spells.
things. Alright, did we time walk them? We got there, boys. We time walked them. Do we draw Counterspell? Counterspell? Maybe we drew Counterspell.
Spell Queller.
That's actually, I would take Spell Caller too. Oh, it's gonna be one of those games. It's gonna be one of those games.
It's gonna be one of those. Does he mean?
Hmm?
It's gonna be one of those leagues.
It's gonna be one of those leagues. I don't tap down this again, right? Because there's no 4-mana spells I care about other than Karn. Do I tap it down to cut him off of exactly Karn? I think I hit him for 4, put him to 16.
So Plukeron is still the worst card for us. So like,
No, maybe I just high roll. Maybe they don't have another land. Because sometimes they don't have lands, or sometimes they have Nykthos. And then this bumps this on their turn so that I get counter spells. I don't think they have any creatures or instant sorceries though in that frame. Oh, let's step this down. Alright, cool. Not a big fan of this play, but it's kind of awkward. We're down to 1 card in hand. At the 3rd land. An old growth troll, okay. Interesting. For Spectral Sailor, not really happy about that. I mean, if that's your best spell, right, I can just go like flash in the Spectral Sailor, tap it down, and try to just race them. I guess now I actually do have to tap their elf again so that I can cut them off of I can cut them off of Cavalier, right?
Yeah, make it so like yeah. Cav has reach. Never mind. Yeah, yes.
Yes.
I had to think about what Cav did. Yes.
Getting one of these. I don't like not being able to draw a card, but still in the boat of just need another Lord. This whole deck just needs another Lord. It's supposed to be one of my good matchups. What happened here? What happened here? I feel like I'm holding on by a thread. So if I draw a Lord, it would be 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I put them on a 2-turn clock. So Lord would be insane.
What was the reason not Spectral Sailing during your turn? Trio Mausoleum Wanderer to get in for 4.
I can hold up for Storm if they try to Storm. I guess it's 6 mana, right?
I thought we were tapping.
We're tapping down, which means I want this to be bigger for.
Oh, so you want the,
sorcery.
yeah, okay.
So holding up counters,
Understand.
like it gives me free counter magic because I'm actually having to tap down.
Alright, well, tap star is everything I need, so I just messaged Chris.
Yeah, just tell me what it is. Maybe I have it.
Mm-hmm.
Could just simply
Only
do
like
that.
a few bucks. It's only a few bucks I'm missing.
Yeah,
I
it's,
think in total $10.
what was it? What colors are the deck?
That's colors.
Like possibility storm colors?
Not a possibility. I have possibility storm. I have that whole deck.
How did that deck play? Oh, they didn't do
I
anything.
did awful. Remember?
Oh, they didn't do anything. Hold up. What does that mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Now the question is, do I try to tap down their stupid elf again? I'm gonna draw main phase and see what the cards looks like. Maybe I get an extra attack in. One drop. Drew Shackleist. So I mean, I think I'm still in the same boat as I was before. Of Cavalier is really bad for me, right? They haven't done anything for the last 4 turns, so I think I'm just tapping down and just hoping they don't have a 5th land, right? Am I wrong?
Yes.
I'm wrong?
No, I mean yes. I think that is correct.
Just prage they don't have it. So if I draw a Lord now, it is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Getting
We really
3.
banking on drawing these lords every game.
Like I said, bro, I have no good plays. I have flooded out every game. I've flooded out both
Like-
games.
Every match, like, man, if we just draw this lord right here, man, if we just draw the lord right here.
Look. I'm a hoping. Now this feels really bad if they just go land cab. Like I think we just concede bad. Like we don't concede, of course, but like because we have Shackle Ice, but like. Hey yo, what the dog do?
What the?
Oh.
5/5. So they're getting for 9. So you got 10 damage.
That's not a Lord.
Well,
I can kill this thing, but do I like even try? I can hit them for 2, 4, 5,
You
6,
have
7. I can hit them for
mausoleums.
I can hit them for 7. Tap this thing down. No, that doesn't work. Cause like they'll make one, and then I have to deal with this thing. This is Xaxes.
You have to attack with.
Flash this in.
So you tap 2 things down. No, but you're still dead.
Yeah. Trying to think how much damage do I have on board right now? Right, 1. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have to deal 4 points of damage this turn. That's all I have to deal. Alright, so if I have to deal 4 points of damage, I can
But if you
swing
tap
for.
with 2 creatures, you can't tap 2 creatures.
I can, so
You can only
right.
tap, you can only tap 2.
That's fine. I tap this in the land because this turns back into a like target land you control becomes a 5/5 elemental with haste. It's still wait what?
Yeah, it's
Untap
permanently.
target land you control until your next turn. It becomes okay. It's until
Oh,
your,
okay.
so I can attack
Alright.
with this and a Spectral Sailor, or this and a Shackle Guys, put them to 7, and then next turn I can tap down this, and next turn have them dead,
It's fucking
and then just hope they don't have another Cav.
Voices Zendikar is the one.
I also just kill this thing.
No, shakes the world. It's
Hold up. So
permanently.
hold up. Actually, if I kill this thing, right? Like actually, so if I kill this thing, the next turn I'll have to do is tap down this thing. So if I go like kill this, I can tap down this and get in for more damage, right? So if I go
Yeah.
kill, so if I go kill
No.
them, right?
But you want to kill them at this, like, you want to, like, their top decks are so much better than yours. You need to end the game faster. Them putting a 5/5 is not.
I
If they
don't
just
know,
go,
but
like,
them putting a 5/5 into play is real good right now. I don't know what you're on about. All right.
what I mean is, if they put a 5/5, you just tap all their
wait,
things down, untap,
2,
and you kill
3,
them.
4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so
Yeah, so I mean, like, you just have lethal next turn.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can actually just like tap that one thing down, chump block.
Just tap both and not.
Oh, they're
not
open to
lose
see.
a guy.
You don't know about you don't know if that's gonna work or not. Might not work.
What haste creature does mono green play? Pitch Cityscape Leveler. I don't know, does Cityscape Leveler kill you? You're like, oh.
5, 6, 7. Oh, please chill on the Cityscape Leveler talk. They can actually do that. Wait, does this untap Nykthos? Oh god,
Yeah.
this is a big.
Oh, it's forest.
No, it's untap target lands.
Does it?
This is not.
Can I read the card? You keep clicking and moving away, so
Oh
untap
no.
land your control. Oh yeah.
Yup. All right, they revealed a Kiora.
Wait, no, they can't kill you with Cityscape because it doesn't have haste. That's why they have to unearth.
Yeah,
it.
but it blows up stuff. That's
That's
good
true.
enough. This is a Kiora. We're gonna get
Yeah.
Combe
3 Nykthos
Yorid.
untapped. So they have 14 mana, 15 mana, 16 mana. Storm.
Interesting. You should totally whiff opponent.
That's what they had land cav.
Yeah.
Fine.
No, because they can flashback a storm. Because now they have untapped trigger here and another Nykthos. This game is not fine. Because now they go activate Nykthos, make a ton of mana, and storm again. Okay. I can't yield until combat. This sucks. 2, 3, 4, 10. Yeah, this doesn't do anything either. Wow. This deck is so stupid. Also, I feel like I had game 1 just stolen. Unfortunate. Tap Nykthos. Okay. 17 mana, nothing much. Flashback. Okay, I'm gonna concede. My opponent has 2 more storms to cast. Alright. I don't know. I guess I can. I guess I can like kill them with. There's a Karn. Okay, well. They have Kiora. They have 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, we're gonna yield because they actually just have me dead to the combo now.
Do they?
Yeah, 3, 6, 9, 10, or 3,
Do
that's
they have a
12,
thing
13,
Kiora,
14, 15, 16, 17, 18. They have 18 Devotion, 2 Karns, and a Kiora in the graveyard.
Oh, no. Yeah, they don't need 2 Kioras though because Nissa and Kiora both are on tap triggers.
Do I just make them play it?
Nah, if let them show it a bit, then I would concede.
They got Chain Bell. That's enough for me. I'm gonna keep it. I don't know. I can't say if it's good or the matchup for greens. It's supposed to be good, but like when you draw atrociously bad like I do, I beat it yesterday and then I lost to it. I'm gonna keep it. But it's keeping 7-2. All right, it's gonna be one of those games. All right, can I just concede? Like, can I just concede? This format's horrible. Can I simply just
No, you
concede?
cannot concede.
I want to concede. My opponent just turn one Thoughtseize. I would like to concede. I don't even
Oh,
want to.
cat oven.
There's no companion.
Oh. Probably Rakdos mid range.
It's definitely Rakdos mid-range. This tells me that they're light on duels and kind of light on lands. Actually, this tells me they're light on lands though. If my opponent went turn 1 Takenuma, that means they either have a tap land next turn or they don't have a red source. Or they only have like a Din. So they either have only Din or Haunted Ridge in their hand. But this does tell me that my opponent's light on resources.
It's gonna be the mono black deck.
I haven't seen the mono black deck.
Not.
Oh, I don't know if my matchup there is good or bad. I would wish my opponent would like pass the priority. Opponent still doesn't want to pass priority. They are holding up the game. Alright, they passed priority. I was just zoned out. Wow, I'm a bad Magic player. Alright, we're gonna yield turn. Do I even cast a Spectral Sailor? I don't think I do. If they just go land pass, I think I'm gonna hold it.
What's the reason to hold it?
Because then they just get to like cast a stomp and use their mana efficiently, which is kind of what they want to do. But if I hold up like just do nothing, it doesn't actually affect me for doing nothing because I already played instant speed. So if they're just gonna go pass here instead of playing like a Blood Tithe Harvester, then like I'm gonna make their stomp worse, right?
That's fair.
I'm just gonna hold it. Just not give my opponent a good target. If they stomp base, then I'll probably just lofty like force spike it. They just didn't do it, and now like if they cast a Fable here, like they can kind of turn this game around on them if they like cast a Fable here. I think I'm still just gonna hold on to it. Once again, just not give them a good chance to use their thing here. Only issue now is I actually can't counter their Bone Crusher here.
You can.
No, because I want to hold up for Shieldred.
Oh. Well, you have 4 counter spells in hand.
You know, but if I tap.
Are you talking about the stomp?
Yeah. Alright, my opponent's
Gotcha.
doing something here. Opponent's casting a Thoughtseize. Just counter it, right? I don't care. I think my hand's
Sure.
pretty Thoughtseize proof. Yeah, I'll just let him see it. What? They take a spell color, have another spell color? Like, they just, yeah.
You have two sets of redundancy, 2 counter spells, and 2 spell colors.
And I'm gonna flash in my spirit here because now I get to hold up I can counterspell their stomp here. Never didn't have it. Kind of try and turn this game around on him here.
Turn the head on a dime, Leonard.
Wait, hold up, what?
Turn their head on a dime.
I don't think I've ever heard that expression before.
I don't think I'm saying that right, to be honest.
I don't think you
As
are
soon as I
either.
said it, I was like, I don't think I said it, but we're double downing.
Alright, opponent. You know I have 2 counterspells in hand.
Maybe you're young and I'm just old.
Maybe. Well, we're gonna gaslight snare that opponent. We're gonna gaslight
Don't
my
gaslight
opponent.
people.
We are gaslighting my opponent. Did I
We
turn this?
told you. We talked about this.
There's no way. Did I turn this game around? Hold up. Did my opponent go turn 1 Thoughtseize on the play Did I turn this game around?
Are you the Leonard Roth? Ruth?
The Leonard Ralph?
Don't even know how to say my teammate's last
No,
name.
don't even know how to say the name Ruth. Just doesn't know.
What's my last name?
Caps,
Huh?
because you always capping.
Damn.
Opponent's doing something. I think I counter this, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got the spell quiller for the shielded.
Good opponents.
Probably you are not putting pressure, which is kind of sucks, but
I have the spell color put some pressure. Now they get to they get the fatal push here. Oh, okay, I see you, opponent. Oh.
huh?
So if they fatal push, they can pay 1 for this. But now they're,
A
you know,
little bad.
I just feel bad, but it is what it is.
If they have stomp, that's what it is.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay. They don't have Stomp, I don't think. They're going to cast a Harvester here is what they're opting to do instead. Oh, they have a Croxa. Interesting. Now the question is, do I... Oh, wow. I think
Just
I've been...
stifle it.
I think I've been this Borrower, right? Because the Spell Queller's better. Yes. Yeah, I think I've been this Borrower, right?
I think so. I think holding spell quillers up is more correct.
Yes, third
Good.
time, yes.
They flashback.
Alright,
Croak,
I'll
so
have to just edit this out. What? No, I guess not. How many times do I have to be bothered? Told them
Every
no
time.
4 fucking... They keep texting me and I keep telling them no. Okay. Interesting. Drew an Otawara. Do I just hold that Otawara? I can actually go activate Mutavolt, slap them, right? So I go activate Mutavolt, slap them, play Otawara. I can hold up Spell Queller too. That's probably fine, right? That's probably fine. I like that line.
So you want to play Otawara, animate Mutavault? Is that what
Yeah.
we're-
And I can hold up Counterspell.
Okay.
Because they're going to flashback this Croxa next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they can't flashback this Croxa. Interesting. I wonder what their last card is. Probably Fatal Push. Okay, let's see.
The Order of the Apocalypse.
I don't want to see a Shieldred next turn. Actually, I think I do, right? I don't know. I just want my opponent to not be able to kill this Spell Queller. I'm starting to get to the point in the game where I'd like to draw a Lord. I know you've never heard that phrase before in your life.
Never.
Never heard I want to draw a Lord. Did you know the Lord's probably one of the better cards in this deck?
Did not know that.
But like no, like it's aggressively statted as a 1/3, which means it blocks really, really well, and it pumps your other stuff. It's just really, really good. All right, well
That's
they
crazy.
drew.
The tribal deck wants more Lord. That's crazy.
All right, so do I counter this spell? Whatever they play, they're probably just activating a lot. Do I counter that?
Yeah, I think you shielded that. Yeah, you know, I'm not an expert or anything, but like,
They just
pretty good.
conceded. Wait, hold up. Did I beat Rakdos on the draw with double Thoughtseize? Hold up. Is that supposed to happen?
You are just told you are the Leonard.
And you can't say
Of
the
the
last name again. No, you can't
Of
say
the
the last name. You
apocalypse.
forgot the last name again. Oh, wow. Alright, well, we're
I think
beating...
the problem I have with your last name is I have a coworker named Ruth, and
Oh, so you
I
can...
think
You
it's
can...
just-
No. So you can remember their last name, but you can't remember mine. That's what I just heard.
that's her first name.
Wait, what?
It's her first name. Ruth is her first name.
She has a really bad first name. That was bad. That was mean.
Terrible.
I think I'm cutting 3 Gaslights and 4 Obsessions and bringing in 4 Wedding Announcements and 3 Skyflaves. I draw and I bring 2 or at least about 2 in on the. Oh, this hand's good. You know why this hand's good? Can you tell
Why
me?
is this hand good?
Because it has
It's got a
wedding
lord?
announcement. It has wedding announcement,
Oh.
and it has a lord. Oh my god, it has a lord. I didn't even notice that. Oh wow, this hand's insane actually.
Hand is actively, cracked.
Don't do it. Don't do it, opponent. Don't. God, I hate this format. I hate this format so much.
Calm down.
I hate this
Calm down
format.
with it, Leonard.
I hate this format. 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 Give it back. I'm gonna commit a hate crime. One drop off the top. Never didn't have it. Not a one drop. Go ahead, opponent. Probably should have played the solid fountain tap actually. It's fine. I'm just gonna Skyclave their next cards. I'm gonna play the Supreme. Oh, I played that first game beautifully, and this game just doesn't matter because they took my wedding announcement and I mulliganed. Don't play a hard. Oh wait, what? What just happened?
I don't know. I missed it.
I get to turn this corner again. We're doing it, boys. Maybe this is a good matchup for me. Maybe this is unknowingly just a good matchup. If they tap out for a Fable here, I'm slamming this Lofty. Well, they're definitely not tapping out for Fable. Alright, we're gonna draw wedding announcement off the top. Nope. Still pretty good. Still pretty good. Shock in this Hallowed Fountain. We'll splash in a Specty Sailor for our chicken tendy needs.
Chicken tendy needs. I love chicken tendies.
I know you do, son. Opponent casting a Fable of the Mirror
Wait, I'm
Breaker.
older than you.
We're countering this, right? I'm gonna do it and make they pay 1 because I'm just taking a Chad like that. Cool. Are you older than me? I'm 19. I don't know if
Yes.
you're older than me.
Turning 25.
Man, you're old. And where are we going for your birthday?
Dave and Buster's.
We're
There's
go-
the adult Chuck E. Cheese, sir.
You're going, and dude, what do you do? What is your hobby? Do you play games as your hobby, like a card game? Did I hear you play
Yeah.
card game? Did I hear you play card game? Question mark? Question mark?
I do. Sonny
Boy.
Jim.
All right, I want my opponent to tap out for the Shieldred so I can Skyclave Vibration it. I don't think they're gonna do that though. Hold up. I actually get to play the Lord here. I think I can win this game if I just play Lord. They're gonna go blank me? Really? That is not hashtag Poggers of you. Why did they bring in go blank versus... Wait, hold up. Am I missing
Every
something?
Rakdos player just brings in Go Blank for no reason.
What are they go blanking? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna give this self hexproof. Wait, it just worked? Just like that? Okay, well, good luck, opponent. I have a Lord. I don't know if this matchup's winnable for you know that I have a Lord. And I'm just gonna draw a wedding announcement off the top. They don't have Fatal Push? That's crazy. It's pretty good
Never
too.
didn't have it.
Never didn't have it.
Never done didn't had it.
We're getting in for 6 damage because the Lord is insane. They're going to 9. Have them dead next turn. They have a Fatal Push. Opponent has a Fatal Push. No, opponent, you suck, and they're killing the Lord. Alright, well, we're only getting in for 3 now. Well, we have a much less aggression. If they flash in a Shieldred... Do I draw a card if they flash in Shieldred? I probably just draw a card. I'll try to dig for an answer for the Shieldred, probably. Did I bring in my Destroy Evils? Yeah, we're just gonna draw a card. Just try the Skyclave Aberration off the top. Just like that. We never didn't have it.
Knew it.
Never didn't have it.
That's a weird looking Skyclave. Is that a secret layer one?
It's a secret layer one. They never didn't have it.
Is that what the secret layer was called?
Never didn't have it.
Okay. Hey, Leonard over here, expert at secret layers.
I am a very big expert. Mega Brain, actually. Alright, well, we gotta negate their card draw, I guess. We gotta negate them just drawing 1 card every turn. Then we gotta start tapping down the stupid Shieldred so we don't actually just lose the game. Oh, they can just activate the stupid Den. Oh, this is so bad. I hate this. If my opponent's like knows what they're doing, they're just gonna activate Din, go to combat and attack. Slap me for 4, I go to 12, upkeep go to 10. They just have me on a 2-turn clock. What?
I love
Okay.
2-turn clocks.
Opponent just didn't do it. Okay. Well, I'm okay with that. I take those. Slap my opponent for 4.
Yeah, we take those draw rattle chains.
Just slap my opponent for 4. If they have a removal spell, I get to go rattle chains. I'll lose 2 and draw a card. I'm okay with that.
Yep.
Especially
Pretty good, actually.
Okay. 6. A lord. If I draw a lord, I kill my opponent. Opponent has a land. Did not expect that. We might actually be firing up one of these creature lands now. What are we tapping so much mana for? Oh, opponent's confusing themselves. That's how you know it's crazy. If they fire up the... What are they tapping so much mana for? They have an Invoke Despair? I think my opponent has Invoke Despair. If my opponent has Invoke Despair, do I just draw a card first to see if I can draw a counterspell? I think my opponent has an Invoke Despair. I think I'm drawing a card first to counterspell. If I just rip it. I think I'm boarded out most of my counterspells though. Oh, they're activating Den. Okay, I'm just gonna tap down this Den. I'll take 4 from the Shieldred. Boop boop boop. Flash and rattle chains. Give this Shacklegeist. Hexproof. Two, 4, 6, 7. Okay. Pass your priority back so I can tap down your Den. Come on. Boop, boop, boop. Should have done this beginning of combat. Okay. Never mind. Nope, nope. Turn off auto yields. Turn off auto yields. Let's draw Skyclave Aberration before damage. Just in case. Oh, well, we win the game. We just won the game. Feels nice just winning the game.
You drew the Lord!
I just drew the Lord, boys.
We're the best Magic players we've ever met in our entire life.
Genius. And we have Spell Queller. Well, I like winning the game. Do you like winning the game, Nolan?
I like winning the game.
I like winning the game.
Take a win in the game. How about you? Would you take winning a game?
I guess I'll try it for once.
No, yeah, maybe for once in your life. Instead of getting second like me at another RCQ.
I need you to stop. Alright, opponent. Do you like winning the game, opponent? Oh, do I actually have them dead? Okay, I do actually have them dead. I had to actually count. I just keep this and draw the Curious Obsession, right? Opponent's on a Yorion deck. Well, I think I mulligan because I think my hands are way better versus those decks. This hand is much better. I like this Time Walk. It's pretty good. I'll put back the second Shacklegeist. Like, I'm not in love with this hand, actually. Do I go to 5? Could go to 5. Do I go to 5? That's a good question. Not in love with this hand. I'm gonna keep it, I think. I'll put back the second Shacklegeist. I'd like to draw some interaction. They mulligan to 6. Okay. Some blue and say go. Opponent knows I'm either playing Control or Spirits. Opponent's probably on Karuga. Some 5-color pile. Alright. Let's play the Mutavault. Say go. We'll instep a Rattle Chain so we can hold up Brazen Borrower. Bounce. For Enigmatic whenever they cast it. So if we instep a Rattle Chains, we can actually hold up Spell Queller. It's really good in this matchup. Assuming my opponent's on 5-color Fires of Invention. Hanged Executioner has to be pretty good in this matchup, right? Okay. Actually, I think I want to main phase this Rattle Chains. Nah. Nah. Good, actually. So say if I main phase this Rattle Chains, they can't kill it with a Leyline Binding if they just get all their colors right now. But then, like... So they have green, blue, black, red, white. Yeah, they have all their colors. So they have turn 2 Leyline Binding. It's pretty good for them to use their mana here, but I need to use my mana too. Yeah, alright, they have Leyline Binding. Unfortunate. And I get to hold up Spell Queller, and if they do nothing, I can borrow it back to their hand, but that feels bad too. Ugh, that was such a good draw. Such a good draw for me if I would have resolved that Rattle Chains. It's still a counterspell, I guess. Not feeling great. Maybe this will be useful later, actually. And that taps, okay. I think it just doesn't do anything, right? No. This is pretty good now, actually. So I can go Shock this in. In response to Enigmatic, I can go Rattle Chain's Counterspell. Probably just better to Spell Queller if they go Enigmatic. Instep, what are we doing? Omen of the Sea.
Wait, how are you?
I'll let that resolve, I suppose. What?
I was confused.
Yeah, I just didn't have anything. I think my first hand would have probably. They had like turn 2 Leyline Binding, which was pretty good, and Yorion.
Oh, we did this during your instep. Never mind. I thought it was his instep. I was like, why don't you just bounce the
Binding? Yeah, I would have definitely bounced Leyline Binding. No, this is like a pocket counterspell. I can counterspell this, but like if they just tap out for like Enigmatic here, then I'm just gonna Spell Queller it.
Absolutely. Ugh.
Brushland, is that a thing? Why do they have Brushland in their deck? Moonblast Cleric, do I counter that?
Oh, this is... It lets them get Enigmatic. You never counter the tutor, you counter the spell they tutor for.
The issue is this tutor has just like a body on it.
Yeah, but I think it's still... It makes them draw Enigmatic though, because they're putting it on top.
Okay, so the issue is if they have Leyline Binding. That's awkward. Alright, well, I'll go to resolve. The issue is like this is Brazen Bar is really bad right now. Maybe I should have played that with the Shacklegeist. You know, they got Enigmatic. I think I'm just gonna play this Brazen Bar out for as a 3/1 on their instep. I think I just want to put a threat into play.
I think this matchup goes for you.
This matchup is pretty... What?
Yeah,
It's supposed to be pretty good. I don't know. They have Binding here. I don't know. It's been a really weird game, I guess. I don't know. I have counter spells here. It's like I'll probably just like Gaslight Snare. I can Gaslight Snare. I don't have a... Interesting. Like, I'll probably just Gaslight Snare because I don't want to, like, get stuck under my Spell Queller here. So, like, that being said, do I play the Shacklegeist out? I don't think I do because I don't want to get blown out by a Leyline Binding on instep. Even though they have 80 cards, they did have perfect mana plus Binding on turn 2. Now, if they just go 4 mana, slam this Enigmatic, then I'll probably... Let's shove him for 3. Fair enough, opponent. Where's the mana confluence? Okay. 2, 3, 4. There is an enigmatic incarnation hitting the stack. Yeah, I'm gonna flash in this Rattle Chains, and then I'm gonna flash in this Rattle Chains and counter it with the Gaslight Snare.
That's fair.
Alright, cool. We have established aggression. Okay. They have a Chain to the Rocks. Big Sage. Well, glad I didn't go for Spookweller. Sure, Rattle Chains. Wish that would have been... I don't know. Kind of want another land, though. Into 13. They're winning this race. Kind of awkward. If they don't do anything I care about this next turn, though, I can just Rattle Chain, Shacklegeist. Put 6 power into play, put him on like a 2-turn clock with this Mutavault. Going right to attacks. Okay. Do they have any board wipes main board? I think they do. Doesn't look like it. Okay. No way we're just flying to instep here, right? Ooh. 3 Skyclave Aberration. I think I'll let that resolve. One, two. To go Rattle Chains in response. Alright, instep, I'll flash in the Shacklegeist.
It's 2 cards. What are the other last two cards could be?
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Who do we appreciate?
I was trying to think if I just had lethal if I drew a Lord.
Oh.
I'm actually 1 point short of lethal if I draw a Lord.
Oh, just gotta draw the Lord, Leonard, the Lord!
I'm 1 point short. I'm 1 point short.
The...
No, this is the point in the game where I just need something good to start help me close this game. Like, finally close. Oh.
Ah! Lord!
Do I win the game? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I win the game.
How do you... Oh, because it's a 2-drop.
Yeah, it's a 2-drop. Let's go.
No, you're 9, 10, 11, 12. You're 1 short.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I do lose the game.
They're all 3s.
It's fine.
And they bestage you. Floated, man. Oh, no, you should have floated, man.
It's fine. I'm just going to hold up Spookweller now. 9, 10, 11, 12. See, I would have had lethal, because now they're at 12. They wouldn't have been able to use their mana confluence, we'll say that. I mean, they have 1 card in hand, and I have Spookweller and the Lord, which, you know, we both know that the Lord is just busted.
No, Lord,
There's no way we win this. Like, I thought my hand was so bad. I've only had 1 actual counter spell. I just only really needed 1 for the Enigmatic. Slam another Enigmatic opponent, do it. You won't. Cycling a Triome. I like my odds. I like my odds. You're saying there's a chance. Let's go. Let's go. Fortnite. Alright, cool. What do I want? I guess these Destroy Evils are okay, I guess. What do I sideboard out? Just like slip out the back?
I think there's average.
And they get like Lithomatic Barrages and Portable Holes and Vetoes and stuff.
What's that first card? I have just Lithomatic Barrage.
It's the 1 mana, deal 1 or deal 5, but it can't be countered. It's like, maybe I want Slip Out the Backs.
I always forget that's what that card is called.
Also have 3 Skyclave Aberrations. Like, these exile their enchantments, but they're sorcery speed, so maybe it's not that good. I don't think I need the Shacklegeist, do I?
I haven't...
Probably could have Slip Out the Back over Shacklegeist. I think Skyclave's good too. Probably just go like that. Probably go like that. Actually, I think I don't like Skyclave. I think their 5-drops are more important if they resolve and I untap. Like, there's only the shady situations where I have Rattle Chains and get to sneak in a Skyclave, so maybe I don't like Skyclave. Man, this hand sucks. I'm gonna keep it, I guess. I guess I'll keep this. Would you ever keep this hand? My opponent's on burn.
Oh no.
They didn't know the line was turn one
Everybody
Thoughtseize. Opponent didn't know the line. Actually, maybe I should have cast this with Mausoleum. I don't know. Make him play around that Spell Pierce. That doesn't look like all the colors to me. Does it look like all the colors to you?
No, it looks like a weird burn hand to me.
Yeah, Burn's just adapting. They play Oko now. Wasn't Burn like
Oh.
actually playing Oko when that card was legal? I'm being serious. Wasn't Burn actually playing Oko when it was legal? I don't know. I didn't play it
Blitz
at the
was
time.
playing. I believe Blitz was playing Oko.
This is like the same deck, right?
I mean,
Adakar Waste. We'll play the Seacrum Ghost.
Hot take: is Oko not that good anymore in Modern?
Well, we have the One Ring. Basically not even that good. Basically, I don't even think it's play. Basically.
Basically, I think you're right.
Yeah, basically. Basically, if it was like it versus a Lord, I think the Lord wins. Like, I think just drawing the Supreme Phantom wins.
Yeah.
Opponent goes Chain to the Rocks. Do I counter this? I think I counter this, right? I have this
Uh,
Destroy Evil.
that's why I don't think you counter it. Like I think a one mana
Oh,
on
I can just
1/1
like Destroy Evil in their instep.
if you want, but I think like not caring about a 1 mana 1/1 is probably better.
You can cry if you want to. We're all gonna leave you behind. You can cry if you want to. This deck even play Fable? This deck does play Fable, right? I hope this deck plays Fable. I don't know. I loved Fable when I played this deck. You can cry if you want to. I'm playing this Mutavault out. Getting some pressure into play. Say go, opponent. What say ye? What say ye? You can cry if you want to. Leave the whole past behind. Actually, if they go Enigmatic, let it resolve. Let them get their 2-drop. They cast a Fable, the Mirror Breaker. What do we do?
Counter.
Counterspell. Let's go. We saw the line, boys. We saw the line. And they're stuck on 3 lands. No land drop from opponent, question mark? They didn't play the land before they put their spell, which is kind of weird to me. I don't know, TBH. Seems bad. Oh, they have a Lithomatic Barrage. But they didn't cast anything. Why did they shock that in? I don't know, TBH. I'm just gonna... can I animate this and hold up Counterspell? I can, but I can... Do I animate this? No. Maybe? No. I think I want to. Do I animate this? I don't know. I think I do, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna animate this. I have Destroy Evil. I think the only card I care about is Enigmatic Incarnation, and this kills all their big creatures anyways. This card's like actually just insane in this matchup, right? Opponent has a Rending Volley. We will sacrifice this to counter that. Get wrecked, opponent.
But Leonard, it won't get countered.
I'm not gonna let it get Rending Volleyed. I will sacrifice it. Many of you will die, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make. Have you seen that that Lord Farquaad? He's like have you seen Shrek? The scene from Shrek. Many of you will die, but it's a
Yeah.
What does this thing do?
I don't know
Whenever
what
it enters the battlefield, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Is Fable a permanent?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm new to Magic. That card's actually really, really annoying. I don't have a counterspell for that one. It's not part of the bit. What's a Woodland Cemetery? I don't know. Seems a little sus to me. Eat this 1/1. You won't. Please don't actually kill this thing. I have one dude. Bro, I legit have one dude. Please don't do it. Oh my god, opponent. Please don't have another Rending Volley in your 80 card deck. Yorion deck, by the way. 80 cards, 80 cards. 80 cards, by the way. 80 cards, by the way. Oh, we drew a Lord. This game's over. Hold up, actually? Not like actually, the game's like actually over.
Would you the Lord? Sorry.
Oh wait, I tapped my mana wrong. Bad magic player confirms. Alright, we're gonna go blue, 1 mana. We're gonna cast a Shacklegeist. And we're gonna play this land tapped. Actually, we can shock it. Animate? No. Okay. Let's get in. We have a Destroy Evil. We can hold up Destroy Evil. Next turn, go Lord. We can go 3, 4, 5. So 3, 6, 7, 8. So we get in for 8 damage next turn if opponent attacks. But if we draw another Lord, we get in for 4, 5, 6, 7. Lord. We're 1 mana short of lethal. Wait, what? Hold up. That didn't make sense. 2, 3. Alright, opponent cast a Fable. We can cry if we want to. Opponent has a Trial of Ambition. Oh, wow. What do I sacrifice? Probably just sacrifice a Spectral Sailor. I know it draws cards, but it's a 2/2. Yeah. Actually, I could have animated this. I couldn't have pulled up Counterspell if I do that.
Yo, this is looking bad, bud.
It's not looking that bad. They only have 2 cards in hand, and I have an answer to like another card, and I get to play a Lord next turn. And I drew Spellqueller.
Sorry,
So do I hold up Spellqueller plus Destroy Evil, actually?
Do my brain hurt, bro?
They can only cast like 1 spell a turn.
This seems.
What?
This is hard.
Yeah, this deck's hard to play.
This matchup is real rough.
Well, I mean, so is the Rakdos matchup. Big brain. Just big brain everything. Sometimes you get the mono green matchup like we had earlier, and you really have to think. And I didn't think hard enough. I forgot, like, if I just didn't draw a land, then everything would have been okay. I didn't think to just not draw land. Also, we have a sneaky Spectral Sailor over here we can get back. So, like, on their end step, we get back Spectral Sailor, and we'll have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, if we draw another Lord, we kill them. They discarded a Rending... Wait, did they discard a Rending Volley? Oh, just to survive. I was like, why did my opponent discard a Rending Volley? What are they doing? Alright. Getting in with Fable the Mirrorbrica. I'm not going to block. I'll take 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. They get Dovin's Veto after board? That's horrible for me. Do I let this resolve?
Don't think so.
But do I destroy Evil It or do I Spellqueller? I'm just going to Spellqueller it. I don't know. If they have a kill spell, this feels really, really bad.
Mystical Dispute. Oh!
Let's go next game. I want to see how bad. How bad. Jeez. 80 cards, by the way. 80 cards. 80 cards, by the way. 80 cards. Be on the play. If you want to. You could cry if you want to. Man, I really not expecting that one. Not gonna cap. This hand's kind of awkward. I have better hands on the play. This hand sucks. Can I like get a good hand with this deck? Like, Nolan, do you see this crap? Like, can I just get a good hand with this deck, please?
That's great. Wait, what?
I'm trolling. This hand's the
I thought you had a
nuts.
one-lander, and I was like, Leonard, why are we keeping one-landers?
Because the stand would be insane on a one-lander, too. If this is a lander, I'm still keeping it on the play, bro. I'm a bad Magic player. I'm still keeping
What
this.
happened yesterday?
My opponent stole game 1 from me. I was on a
Did
mulligan
you?
to okay. Hear me out. I'm already losing if they turn to a Polychronos. I just have to high roll it and hope it works.
Fair enough.
I had four draws. Like, at some point, you gotta go, I'm already not beating it. The only way I beat this play is if I have, like, an explosive draw. And the only way to have an explosive draw is to keep the nuts and hope you draw a land.
Do you get obsession now with like?
No, I get
Assassin?
to hold up snare. This hand is actually kind of nutso.
I would have
Act-
played. Yeah,
yeah, I want to do this because I can hold up the Skyclave.
but he has a. He didn't play. Like,
Now, what feels really bad if my opponent has a Renning Volley.
that is true. But now you get to see what land you draw, and you get to play a land now.
Why did I just say no? Maybe I should play Surge of Salvation.
Maybe we should pull page.
Looks like my opponent's about to Cathartic Reunion. Not Cathartic Reunion, but the Bitter
Bitter.
Reunion. Why did my opponent shock? I'm confused.
Steam.
I'm not
He's
tapping out.
missing- He's
I
missing
don't.
green, so he doesn't have leyline.
On upkeep, we are Leyline Binding. Yep, nope. Sorry, bud. I don't like that.
Oh, so we just need to draw a land.
Yep. Story of my life. Except for against mono green.
Except we don't need to draw a lord anymore. We need to draw lands. But you know what would be really good in this situation?
A land.
Land. I thought you were gonna say lord. I was trying to get you.
No, we need a land. Dang it. Alright, so. Do we debate them? I don't know. I think I actually play Mausoleum Wanderer. Because if I go Mausoleum Wanderer, the next turn I can go Mausoleum Wanderer, Spectral Sailor, get in for more damage. Let's go for the more
Fair.
damage play. My opponent has Chain to the Rocks. Oh, wait, hold up. Turn off auto yields.
Stop putting S6 in. Hit F5 or hit 5.
Nope. Overgrown farmland. Fable the Mirrorbreaker. We take those. We take those. All right, we're back in the green, boys. We're back in the green. Back
Yeah,
in the
like that
Chibata
was-
zone.
That was probably the best thing they could do for you.
That was the best. That was the best thing. Like not having an answer right there was like just insane for me.
Draw a land, Gaslight Snare.
Gorgeous.
Land.
All right.
Do we cast a Spectral Sailor? Or we
Nope.
don't- we just-
Oh
don't
nope,
get
nope. We just holding. We holding up for days.
For days? Not for days.
Oh.
Oh my god, I called it. Land and gas, I called it.
Oh wow. Man, this matchup just seems really tough for us. Just to beat it would just make you the best Magic player together, right?
I think so.
I think to beat this matchup, our opponent's
Yeah,
about to go
clearly
Rending.
it's-
Our
I'm
opponent's about to
beating
go. Our opponent's about to go Rending Volley, Rending Volley. I really don't want to be the one to call the bad ones, but
But it looks like you are.
opponent's
I
gonna
call
attack.
the great.
Nah, they're gonna tap out for
Maybe-
Enigmatic. They're gonna tap out for
Which one?
Enigmatic, and I'm just gonna go
Alright.
Lofty Denial, Flash in Spectral Sailor.
Here it is. Spell Queller. What are your draws? Queller is what you're gonna draw here.
Oh my jeez. Jeez, oh jolly on me.
Attack your Mausoleum Wanderer.
No.
What are you doing?
I feel like you're trying to debate me.
No, I would never do that.
They don't actually have double Rending Volley, do they? Bitter Reunion. Do I counter this?
No. It's not that important. Like one side of
No,
Fable.
yeah, no, it's this card bad. Fable is one-sided Fable. What are you on about?
Alright, Saga 2 Fable. Or Stage 2. What is it called? Chapter 2. Chapter
There
2
you go.
Fable.
Alright, I'm gonna flash in a Spectral Sailor here.
Ooh, I knew it was a word.
I'm glad you knew it was a word.
Thank you.
Alright, we drew a Rattle Chains. Actually, not that bad of a draw. Would have preferred a land, though, so I can hold up double counterspell in case they have a Dovin's Veto.
Would have rather drawn a lord.
Oh, you would have rather drawn a Lord, I hear you. I probably actually should have cast this Mausoleum Wanderer. I definitely should have cast a Mausoleum Wanderer.
Okay, they're gonna go Leyline Binding or Rending Volley, and you're just
They
gonna be like,
discarded no. Oh wait, hold
Rattle
on. That just transformed. I was about to say they discarded nothing. All right. Well, we can't let anything resolve because there's a Bitter Union in play. And okay.
Leonard says that opponent is Titan of Industry and Leonard misclicks.
Oh, would not be the first time.
Titan of Industry with a Fabled on a Mirror Breaker?
I mean, I'm just gonna like turn all my mana
Ooh.
sideways on my end step if my opponent does nothing. So they're about to do something though. 1, 2, 3. What does this thing do? Whenever it enters the battlefield, you may pay 1 green. You may choose. You may pay up to 3 times. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Exile target player's graveyard. You gain 4 life.
Good.
A 3/3. Did I let this resolve? It's just a 3/3. And they gain 4.
Probably 4 mana. So would you counter a 4 mana 4/4 that gains 4?
It's
Or is
not
that
a 4/4. It's a 3/3.
Great. Alright.
Probably not, because I'm just gonna go Rattle Chains Mausoleum on my end step. I think I just let this resolve.
Okay.
I'll let him pay 1, go to 13, and then if I draw a Lord, that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not quite dead. I'm only doing it once. Okay. Alright. Rattle Chains on end step. Oh wait, hold up. This shouldn't have resolved.
Why?
They have Fable to copy it.
You have a Skyclave that person.
I don't have the mana for it. My opponent also has a Rending Volley. You hear me?
They don't have the Rending Volley.
No, they do. They stopped and went to go do something, but they realized the Rattle Chains wasn't resolved yet. They definitely have Rending Volley.
Doesn't mean what that means.
Oh wait, it has Hexproof now. What?
He might activate Bitter Union. Give his Fable and the thing haste to...
That makes more sense. I need to draw a white source now.
Wait, does it say as it enters or when it enters?
When it enters.
So it is enter the battle trigger, okay.
Actually, I think I just exiled the Fable, not this thing.
Yeah, probably. Always had it, man. Always had the way. You wait for them to activate the Fable, and you're just like, ka-chow.
Well, the issue is, right, like, do I eat the target of the Fable? Do I eat the Fable?
Yeah, you eat Fable.
Well, like, if I eat the target of the Fable, like, they don't have a lot of creatures.
If you tap out and they go Titan of Industry, like,
Alright, I'm gonna do it on their turn, not mine, so I can hold up counter spells. Omen of the Sea. I really want to use this like stupid Skyclave right now. Okay. They can't activate it now. Now is the proper time to use this. I'm gonna use it.
yeah, they can activate Bitter, but they can't activate Fable.
I'm giving my opponent so many times, so much like air here to go do their thing though. I don't know what 3-drop they get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can hit them for 5, 6, 7. Like if I draw a Lord, I win. That's kind of where I'm at. If I draw a Lord, I win. If my opponent just doesn't do anything stupid. Oh. That's not good. Yep. Had to make sure I didn't see it. I wasn't missing it. Alright, well they get a 3-drop, which is not good for me, because they probably get Hanged Executioner, which is 2 1/1 flyers. And that's really awkward. Took me a long time to draw my lands. Oh no, okay, I'm conceding. Alright, I just concede. I don't know, we'll see.
Why? Oh.
They get Atraxa.
You get Finch. You have Brazen Borrower and Slip Outs.
I don't think I don't know. Okay. Oopsie daisy. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Huh. I have Destroy Evils actually. So 1, 2. Seachrome Coast is just as good as Destroy Evil. Change my mind.
Yeah. Just can't.
Oh well. Back over the sideboard. I think this list was fine. We had really, really bad draws against our good matchup, and I said the last game. I don't really know how that one shook out. Don't know how I lost that one. Hmm?
We beat Lotus Field and Rakdos, correct?
Yeah, we beat Lotus Field Rakdos, and we lost to Mono Green, Humans, and Fires.
Those matchups are Fires. One of those matchups is your worst matchup, so like.
I mean, like 2 of those are really good matchups for us, though. But we drew incredibly poorly in Mono Green.
I mean, I just don't think people like. I don't think Mono Green is like super favored as you think.
They have like a lot of now random reach effects that are early. I think it's still favored for you, but I don't think it's like 60-40. I think it's like 45-55.
Well, either way, still like loving this deck. Unfortunately, did not do too hot in this last league, but I do personally feel like this deck is probably one of the best decks in the format right now. As long as you don't flood out and draw all lands. But either way, thank you guys for tuning in. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye, guys.